Here are some key terms that you should keep in mind during our presentation. Obesity. Obesity is characterized by a weight that is higher than what is considered healthy for a given height and age. This can also be referred to as body mass index or BMI. Social anxiety. Social anxiety is the fear of interaction with other people that brings on self-consciousness, feelings of being negatively judged and evaluated, and, as a result, can lead to avoidance. Early puberty. Precocious puberty or early puberty is when a child's body begins changing into that of an adult too soon. Puberty that begins before age 8 in girls and before age 9 in boys is considered precocious puberty.
Today, girls in America are facing a great number of health concerns. In Leonard Sax's book, Girls on the Edge, the author focuses on several different health concerns faced by school-age girls, including obesity and early puberty. Obesity is characterized by a weight that is higher than what is considered healthy for a given height and age. This is often referred to as body mass index or BMI. In the United States alone, 1/3 to 1/2 of children are considered overweight, and 19% of all 6 to 11-year-olds are obese based on BMI findings. According to Sachs, there is a strong association between overweight early in childhood and the subsequent early onset of puberty. Researchers in Louisiana found that heavier girls typically experience their first menstrual cycle earlier than thinner girls. Furthermore, Sachs notes that girls who begin puberty earlier are more likely to participate in high-risk behaviors and are more likely to suffer from clinically significant anxiety or depression than other girls. As future teachers, this information impacts us because we will likely have an overweight or obese child in our classroom. Often, these students may face self-esteem issues as well as anxieties inside and outside of the classroom.
In a longitudinal survey conducted by the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth, data was collected to measure the influence of childhood obesity on self-esteem in a large sample of American children. A population of 1,520 children ages 9 to 10 in the years 1992 through 1994, born to mothers who participated in this survey, were studied. The children's self-esteem was measured using the Self-Perception Profile for Children. The results from the first SPPC given to each child found there were no significant differences in the global and scholastic self-esteem scores of the obese and non-obese 9 and 10-year-olds, or among gender and race. After 4 years, when the children were now 13 and 14 years old, the SPPC was given to each child again. The NLSY found that childhood obesity was associated with a decreased self-esteem throughout the population. In particular, obese Hispanic and obese white 13 and 14-year-old girls showed a decreased global self-esteem when compared to their non-obese counterparts. The survey also found that obese girls and boys with decreasing levels of self-esteem were more likely to engage in underage drinking and smoking compared to obese children with higher rates of self-esteem.
A survey study conducted by Blumenthal, Lehn-Feldner, Babson, Garr, Trainer, and Fralla of the University of Arkansas tested for elevated levels of social anxiety in girls who experience early puberty. This study observed social anxiety as it relates to gender and pubertal timing. The focus of the study was to draw further connections between when puberty begins for a child and the occurrence or lack of social anxiety, with an emphasis on gender differences. The participants included 138 adolescents aged 12 to 17 that had no significant differences in demographic. 13% of the adolescents were early maturers, 72% were on time, and 15% were late maturers. Blumenthal and Associates surveyed the participants using the revised Child Anxiety and Depression Scale with the Social Phobia subscale. This included 9 items, and the participants were asked to rate each item on a 4-point scale, with 0 representing never and 3 representing always. They were also asked to choose the photo that best suits them of 5 drawings depicting the 5 stages of puberty. As predicted, the results showed that early maturing girls exhibited higher levels of social anxiety when compared to on-time girls and early boys. Interestingly, late maturing girls did not show a significant difference from their early and on-time counterparts.
Girls on the Run is a nationwide program whose mission is to inspire girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident using a fun, experience-based curriculum which creatively integrates running. It is comprised of two programs, a 3rd through 5th grade program and a 6th through 8th grade program. Over the course of 10 to 12 weeks, the girls participate in an after-school program designed to allow them to recognize their inner strengths and learn to live their lives on their own terms. Along with learning how to run a 5K, the girls explore and discuss their own beliefs and challenges that they are facing at their age in an environment that encourages positive social, emotional, mental, and physical development. Physical activity is ingrained into the program in hopes to inspire an appreciation for fitness and to build habits that will lead to a lifetime of health. With the completion of the 5K, the girls have attained confidence and the understanding that even the seemingly impossible is in fact possible. A program like Girls on the Run would be beneficial for today's girls because not only do they fight obesity through physical activity, but they also encourage the development of self-worth and confidence.